with a sweet one bliss. Someone flicks me a bad body. Say, oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah. It's a full strong, yeah. Oh, it's another one. It's another one, yeah.
Good evening. Welcome to iBoxingHub. If you're new to this channel, remember to like, share, and subscribe. I go by the name of Biyenge, featuring yours truly, RiKO. What's good?
I go by the name of Trey, and well, actually, I'm Biyenge today. So if you look, I'm not wearing a shirt, and I've got my I've just got bare chest out right now, bro. So I'm feeling fire. I'm feeling fire. Okay. So I've obviously come on here because Biyenge, Chris has been way too serious as of late, and I said, "Fuck that." I said, "Hell no, not on my watch." Okay, so that's why I'm doing due diligence today. But again, this is obviously your show, Chris. Let's you kick it off.
What's good, RiKO?
I'm not too bad. How are you?
Yeah, good. Not too bad. Can't complain. Did you watch the boxing yesterday?
I did. Did you watch the boxing yesterday? Is the more important question.
No, I didn't. But I caught with the
But why?
highlights. Do you know what? I was extremely busy. I do apologize. I was busy with work, etc. But I caught with the highlights and big up Nick Ball. Like he's tremendous.
He is tremendous. Trey, I'm sorry. We can't help ourselves, bro. I'm Biyenge today and he's Trey. So again, sorry. But yes, tremendous indeed it was. You know, I mean, we look at Nick Ball, just 5'2", 126 pounds of pure featherweight inside fightingness. The man knows no bounds. His fists cannot penetrate. Can penetrate any chin muscle on God's green earth right now, bro. I'm sold on Nick Ball. Okay, I am sold on Nick Ball. In fact, there was a lot of banter going on throughout the stream yesterday. Okay, if you guys obviously checked it out, I did watch along with a couple of friends, and you know, it's just, I mean, Rios showed a lot of spunk, but in the end, Ball was the absolute. You know, he came in there like a wrecking ball. It was just, I mean, just the combinations, and because he's like this little teeny tiny Mike Tyson, he can just he can pivot and distribute momentum and sit down on his shots in some of the most awkward angles I've ever seen, except when I used to play, like, I had Power Rangers back in the day, so I could just make him do all types of shit. But again, incredible, and a good showing from Rios as well. But again, it's hard to falter the argument that Nick Ball is not number one currently.
Do you know what? I think he deserves a rematch with I forgot his name, the fellow who fought at Saudi Arabia for the WBC. I reckon that they
Valdez.
should. Yes,
I think so too. They screwed him.
Oh yes, 100%. I reckon they should run it back. Maybe here, maybe in Liverpool again. Definitely, he's a champion. Well, they're both champions, but I reckon they should definitely run it back.
Oh, Vargas. Sorry, I said Valdez. Yeah. Vargas. Yep. I mean, he put him down how many times? Twice, 3 times. I mean, even Stevie Wonder could have scored that properly, but I think we just have very interesting judges right now. Feel for some ice cream. Just in it, you know, with some of the boxing that we have, because you and I haven't really had a chance to sort of catch up. You know, regarding other things that have been happening. You know, we had the unfortunate AJ debacle. We've had the passing of the torch, as it were, to Edgar Bumaye. Edgar Berlanga from Canelo Saul Alvarez. Apparently, he's going to be fighting in Japan.
Really?
That's what the whispers are saying. The whispers are saying that Naoya Inoue and Canelo Alvarez shall share. Why does that happen to me with words that do that?
Same event.
Will share a same event. Yes.
So who will be the main event?
So I reckon, this is just my hypothesis, is that I reckon, because rock, paper, scissors is huge in Japan. They have a whole game show for it and everything. So I reckon Canelo, Inoue, hand, paper, scissors, winner takes the main.
Oh, that's funny you say that. There's a rematch. Triple D and AJ, they're gonna run it back in Saudi. Can't wait for that one.
I mean, it will be Dubois, Joshua, 2. Who wins? I got to do these types of things now, being the Treyway. Good evening, Paloma. Let's just go to some of the comments. Obviously, big up to everybody in the building right now. We have Thunderbird. Is Biyenge in Trey's gaff today, playing white walls like he's been held hostage? I only wish I thought of that. Wrecking Ball was superlative. Exactly, Padre. But we're gonna go on to the AJ stuff in a second. Just reading everything here. Vargas, big up Lucy Lou. Vargas has an interim champion. He has to fight Brandon Figueroa. Figueroa will absolutely beat the shit out of him. I'm not gonna lie. Figueroa is very, 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 very good. He's not as good as Nick Ball, but there's not many people who are. Good evening, gentlemen. RiKO sounding very Eubank Senior-esque. I don't know how to take that, because I always speak like this when I'm trying to get away with saying stuff in a posh English accent. So yeah, maybe, I don't know. Big up Jay's Fight Talk. Yes, boy. Ball cleans up at feather. Yes. The WBO featherweight champion is Rafael Espinoza. He's 6'1", the tallest featherweight champion ever. They should fight each other. What does he eat? 1 cucumber a day? 6'1" at featherweight. What the hell? What? No, nah. I've had enough of this. Because 6'1" at featherweight, bro, you weigh less than a bag of fufu, or maybe just a little bit more. That's 20 kgs. That's 2 bags of fufu. No, a bag and a half. Nah, I don't know about this. Big up Lucy J. It is respectful, sir. Words of power. Mwah. So it's just showing bare chest for no reason. I learned that from my mate over here. It's the neutral. Okay. All right. We're gonna go to Dubois Joshua 2. Who wins?
You BNG, please.
Well, I just feel that, it's I'm conflicted. I'm very conflicted because these two gentlemen hold very dear and close positions in my heart. Trey. And the thing is that, when I saw Daniel send AJ to the gulag, I didn't see it. I walked out. If it was anybody apart from AJ getting his ass handed to him differently, I wouldn't have walked out. It would be Team Dubois all the way. I'm considering a Dubois tattoo if it wasn't weird. But, for me, I believe the rematch will be, I think AJ gets it back in the rematch. Dubois beats AJ 8 times out of 10. I tried telling you all, but was mocked. Rightly so. Okay, because that was crazy. Anybody saying or thinking that AJ wasn't going to get the dub on Big Dubs, obviously you would have been met with a side eye. But I've always believed in Daniel Dubois. After he's like, hey, you lot lucky you're not in an alleged group chat. I'm serious. I'm serious business, right? if it was anyone other than bro. Now I have to see it twice. I don't like this. Trey, Chris, what do you think about this?
Do you know what? It's an interesting one. Going into the rematch, there needs to be a few adjustments from AJ. I think one of them is defense. One of them, because he keeps his hand too low. He needs to protect himself at all times. I believe the game plan will still be the same. I think going into this rematch, he needs to be clever, and I think he needs to avoid fighting on the back foot, because we just saw that fight he fought with Triple D. It was one-sided, and fighting on the back foot just wasn't working for him. Remember, this ain't Andy Ruiz. So in the rematch, I believe he has to trade. I mean, Frank Warren said it best: whoever lands first will potentially win the fight. But I think he has to go in smart this time. I think this is how I see it, right? This is how I see it. It's a 50-50 going into this rematch. Triple D has to get AJ out quick. If it goes to distance, potentially AJ could win. But we want to see a knockout. So there you go. It's a 50-50. I can't say, oh yeah, AJ's going to dominate after watching that. Nah, it's a 50-50, because you got to think about it. Dubois' confidence has risen higher and higher. Remember, he's done it before in sparring. He's done it in the professional game. He'll do it again in the rematch. Well, I don't know. He may. Tremendous.
Thing is, though, mate, can we just hashtag? Can we've got a clone of yours here. Obviously, big up to yours truly, Trey. This is indeed the Banternboxing takeover. My name is Banternboxing G, and we have Trey Chris over here. Big business, tremendous at all times. At all times. Now, what do I think about this particular fight? I mean, AJ always unlocks a new form of hater. It's always how AJ performs poorly instead of how good his opponent was. Daniel exhibited, things that I could not fathom in there from the Dubois side. I think the game plan from Don Charles, who was highly underrated, apart from this victory, highly underrated. They implemented it perfectly. They said AJ takes a while to get into the gears. Go in there, put it on him straight away. That jab, literally, the one that turned AJ's ear like this. That is what did everything. Nothing else. Everything else was not good for him. Okay, because he after that jab, that whole game plan was out of there. He didn't expect Daniel. He thought he was gonna little bro Daniel. Honestly. I mean, he, in what should have been somewhat of a passing of the torch fight, like a Klitschko and him, got fucking battered, mate. Literally, he scraped like butter off the side of the canvas, mate. Like, he was getting just beaten to pillar to post. I mean, oh my gosh, AJ, man. It was like, and then you see that stupid ref. AJ's literally half of his body is in the gulag, halfway to hell, and the ref is like, well, like, I guess we better count this, guys. 1, 2. Is he still? No, I see a twitch. 3. He's even looking around like, yeah, perhaps 4. So again, wasn't too pleased about that. If AJ loses, he loses, even if it's in the first round, second round, or whatever. I would rather him go out like that quickly than get permanent damage. Everything he took from, I'd say, because he took about 4 rounds to get his legs back. Yeah, and in the 5th round is when he actually came back against Daniel. But then he was literally he sat on 2 straight right hands, one after the other. I could have a cup of tea, come back, maybe a nap, while he was distributing those straight rights. Daniel timed it, and again, gulag. I've never seen AJ get folded like that, like a deck chair. The way he folded Ngannou Is how he got folded.
Yeah. But the thing
I
is,
just don't. Yeah.
this is the thing. Like, look, all right, he's taken what? This is his 4th professional loss, right? It's weird. It's like whenever he takes an L, it's like people are too quick to write him off and say he should retire. But think about it. He's still technically young. He's 34.
He's got loads left.
Yeah. I mean, we still would like. Look, Fury said he will fight AJ even if they're 50. Do you know what I mean? So, look, we just have to wait and see. Let's just say if he was to lose the rematch, where does he go from there? Is it going to be Fury, or is it going to be Wilder, or are they going to run it back with, I don't know, Dillian White?
I don't think it'll be Dillian White. I think Dillian was trying to chase the Cesaro fight. I think he might actually get it, but I don't know. I've been trying to keep a little bit of tabs on Dillian, but his reach sometimes eludes me. There's one thing I wanted to talk about with you, Chris, Chris, is that something has happened in the landscape of boxing that has shifted entire nations. It's changed the way that we look at boxing as a whole. This was the day that Ben Goat Shalom decided to grace us with his presence. Ever since he has bear with me 1 second, guys. Sorry, I was trying to find a shirt. I didn't have one. So, just obviously, where was I? Fuck, that was a good speech.
Boxer.
Yes. So, regarding Benjamin Shalom, he has, some people said that he was going to be out of the sport forever. Some people said he wouldn't last a day. Some people said he wouldn't last 2. Not this bare-chested man. I knew from the moment I unzipped this extremely good jumper that you can buy on the D-Rock clothing website, 40% off your total purchase when you use iBoxingHub 24, is he's just not scared, and he has the same legal team as the one that cleared O.J. Simpson. I don't know how the fuck he did it. I think some of them aren't even here with us. But, mate, now I think you know where I'm going. I'm going to put the hashtag in.
Go on.
No, we'll go. All right. Let's see. Yard.
The beast from.
I don't know if you guys have. Yeah. Gotta catch.
From the beast return.
All. Right. Is Ben Shalom the closest thing we can see to a Pokemon master?
Well, hold on. I don't know. I know Yard is fighting on the event, but is he signed to Boxer though? I don't know. Is he?
I believe that there is a one fight deal between Goat Shalom and Anthony Yard. Right.
This is an interesting one. I mean, again, obviously with politics, we don't really know what goes on behind the scene. But it's interesting just to see if he's got a one fight deal with Ben Shalom. That's amazing, because should he win this fight, we can potentially see Buatsi and Yard. But then my understanding, Buatsi is in line for a title shot after Bivol and Bertbif have their bout. Oh, objection.
Genius, more like. Because do you know what he is? He is an interim champion. And do you know what Baturbiev and Bivol will be fighting for? The undisputed. Now, riddle me this. When you're stripped, because the belts will be fragmented after this fight over the weekend.
Really?
Of course.
Huh.
There's mandatories that need to be happening. Banternboxing has done well getting rid of pretty much all of his mandatories, and I believe that the next mandatory that will be called will be the IB. And I believe that there's a 2-fight deal for Bivol and Better Beef, and I do believe Lions and Buatsi will fight for the IBF title, the full title. And
Wow.
this is how, gentlemen, chess is played.
Wow. I mean, if it does happen that way, would this be a Riyadh season? Would it be in Riyadh season? Would it be here in the UK?
Well, it would have to be. It would have. Well, from what I understand, Boatsi and Yard were supposed to headline the Chris Billum-Smith and Richard Riakporhe card at Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Should have. Would have probably filled the whole gaff out. But it was unfortunate that it wasn't. And we move. So I do believe in it. It depends, because you have to look at it this way. Ben Shalom, I mean, people are taking bro to high courts and things, BMG, and now you have pissed off 2 of the biggest promoters in the whole of Europe, possibly, or one in the world.
It's just business. It's just business. End of the day, look, if he's offering the boxers a better deal, then why not? Do you know what I mean? It's nothing personal. It's just business. Because at the end of the day, like, look, it'll be amazing. Just
Lucy.
Think about it. Not long ago, Buatsi was on The Zone, fighting on The Zone, and then you had the Yard fighting on TNT. And it's like, now, if this fight happens, they'll be fighting on Sky Sports. This is just creme de la creme. Potentially a pay-per-view fight as well, if it's for the IBF.
Well, let's look at it this way. I know that there's a certain other fight that people are going to be wanting in the summer next year. You know, well, I say wanting, but we'll talk about it maybe a little bit next time. But in what Lucy's saying is Michael Ifa has been mandatory for the IBF since March 2023. That is wild. Okay, that's crazy. So what I think will probably happen is Boatsi will fight him, his mandatory, as a full champion. Anthony Yard will fight again now. I'm not too sure when that fight is to be announced, or I believe there is an opponent, but I don't know who the opponent is. I believe once those 2 fights happen and nobody fudges anything up, we'll have a massive fight for the summer then. That all depends if Ben Shalom's legal team, if the glove does fit or it doesn't fit, who will be acquitted.
Well, I hope it happens, because look, this has been overdue. It's been like over 6 years now. A bit like Wild and AJ.
Too long, man.
Yeah, because when they were supposed to fight, you know, they were both. Well, no, one of them still got their O. Obviously, Yards has he got 3 losses now? Yeah, three losses. Yeah. So it's an interesting. It's still a big fight. You know, it's a pay-per-view fight. It's a stadium fight. West Ham, Arsenal, Palace. Who knows? O2 Arena.
I think the O2 Arena makes way more sense. I think, to be honest with you, those 2 lads, I saw them take a picture at a Drake concert. Now, bearing in mind, the Drake concert that I'm talking about in question was 7 years ago.
Right.
Maybe 8. So, for me, it's kind of just like, I don't care now. You 2 fight or you don't fight. But, you know, the good thing about it is that they're not holding up belts with all of this nonsense and stuff. So even when I spoke to Yard and when I interviewed him, he was like, you know, I went to Boxer. I went to his event and I went to him and I wanted to show people that I want this fight. Obviously, Boatsi did the same thing. Boatsi, he's so quiet. He's so quiet. Like, obviously, I'm not his mate or anything like that, so he's not exactly going to be talking my head off. But there's just like what's his team, even their management, and Yard's team and their management. They're so different. It is so funny. I actually asked Boatsi's manager. Shout out to him. I was actually asking, like, in any of the negotiations, at any point, did Tunde get up and go in your face like this and say, "Lions in the camp"?
Yo, you're literally mad. You have serious issues.
Can you imagine it, Tunde? He's not even shouting. He's like the negotiations haven't. Everything is dead now. Everyone's leaving the room, and then he just walks away. Odd. Mate.
May the best man win. Obviously, it's South London vs East London. You know, beast from the East, beast just business. So you already know who I'm backing. But hey ho, hey. But yeah, no. Look, I hope this fight does happen because it has to happen. 2025. Same way, I hope that we get to see Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn. You know, 2025. Fingers crossed. But yeah. But lastly, just before we end the show, I've got a feeling Fury might pull it off on the rematch.
Me too.
I've got a feeling
I've sacrificed a baby goat in order to make sure that happens, and it was done in Africa. So a lamb was slaughtered in Africa for. Carry on, sorry.
Yeah, no. I just got a feeling because, like, look, he believes, you know, he was cruising. He says, look, obviously Usyk had him in round 8, 9, 10. He believes he won the majority of the rounds. He made a good analogy. He said, like, look, every rematch he's been in, like the likes of Cunningham, Derek Chisora, and Wilder, he's won them all. Do you know what I mean? So he says this one here, like, he doesn't mind going out his shield, but he has to knock out Usyk in order to win this fight because there's no way he's letting this go to distance and for the judge to the judges, you know. So I've got a feeling like he may pull it off, and he even said, look, if he pulls it off, yeah, it'll be 1-1. He doesn't even mind having a trilogy. He's a greedy man. Think about money. Now I'm playing, but no, I've got a feeling there's a possibility that Fury could actually do the job. If not, then wow, imagine that Usyk beating Fury twice and AJ twice. And potentially Triple D twice. That's just wow. But hey,
he will never ever do that in his life, and that is there's expectations and there's things in life, but they just don't set up for disappointment. Fury is a joker. Now, I am backing Fury purely based on the back of the Brit Society, which I am the creator and scepter of, and why my chest is so chic. The reason as to why I find that man to be so full of shit is because he's saying we cannot let it go to the judges, Chris Trey, right? So do you know how close those cards were because of you, buddy? So whoever it favors in the rematch, it will probably be you because Turkey wants Fury and he wants AJ, and he wants them to come off of massive wins to make it the biggest Riyadh spectacle, maybe even create another country just to host it. Like the thing is, Fury cannot. The only way that he's gonna knock Usyk out is if he goes to the body, and I'm telling you now, that's damn near impossible at this stage for him. So if he comes in, absolutely has no respect for Usyk's power, which Usyk made him respect him in the latter rounds, start of the championship rounds. If he can't make him Usyk respect him with his power, or if he can't come in dominant gung ho and expect to possibly be knocked out in 3 or 4 rounds, he's not going to win, in my opinion. And that the only other way that he's going to win is to just hold and punch. And it's literally, but I don't even think that he can do that with Usyk in the clinch. I think Usyk is he's just way too good for any of that type of stuff. So look, Fury, I'll be talking absolute crap and backing you, mate. So again, chaos and chic chests. Chris Trey, would you like to have the last word of the show?
Yeah.
Tremendous.
It's been tremendous, you know, guys. It's been tremendous. You know, I'm at Trey's spot at the moment, hence why the Leaf ain't here. Stay tuned in. You know, we have a lovely, productive week. We're back here again pretty much every day, but I'm here again on Wednesday with yours truly, Trey. Big fight next week. Prediction. Just before we go, guys, prediction. Bertobif or Bivol? Bertobif or Bivol? I say Bivol. I'm going for Bivol. I think everyone's overlooking Bivol. I think everyone's disrespecting Bivol.
Massively.
I think Bivol's ex-wife is disrespecting Bivol. I think he just being disrespectful.
Yo, darling, you need to chill the hell out, bro. What the hell are you doing on Dennis McCann's comment section? Get out of there. Crucial. Now, get a Nigerian auntie, slap the shit out of to get out of that comment section. Okay, it's just not on.
My final prediction: Bivol, or it's a draw. I'm not disrespecting Bertobiv, but look, see, even Palama said it. Draw. I either say Bivol or it's a draw.
I've got UD Bivol. I do believe that UD Bivol will pull out the performance of an absolute lifetime. I believe that the only thing to stop an unstoppable Russian is another unstoppable Russian. I do believe that the bear wrestler will receive multiple flurries of punches to the chin muscle for an extended amount of time, 12 rounds to be exact. It'll be quite wide on the points. And we will have a passing of the proverbial Russian torch until they create another one.
Interesting.
Well, guys, I just want to say thank you so much, and thank you for having me on Banternboxing, Chris Trey. Obviously, from myself, big up people in Canada, big up Paloma, big up Lucy Lou, big up all the people that support us and carry on too, because we are not stopping, we are unstoppable, and we are the best. This has been myself for the Boxing Roundup with Chris Trey. We are ready. At first, before we go, please see a word from our sponsors. Again, guys, thank you so much for rocking with us this episode. Take care. God bless. See you soon.